1986 season of Formula One houses a four-way championship fight. Nelson Piquet, Nigel Mansell, Alain Prost and Ayrton Senna. Wow, the 1986 season was spectacular. And right in front of me, we have the Formula One car driven by Nelson Piquet, the Williams FW11. Nelson actually would finish third in the championship. Nigel Mansell, his teammate, would almost win the championship that year, but due to a tire blowout during the Adelaide Grand Prix, he would actually miss the World Championship. However, Williams would receive number one in the Constructors' Championship that year. Bit of a mixed feeling for that team, I guess. A huge thank you to GP Replicas for sending this model car out for me to review. Thank you very much, hope you will like it, and let's get straight into the box, shall we? So just like the other GP Replicas model we reviewed, the top is pretty blacked out, with at the right down corner we have a GP Replicas logo in a beautiful metallic silver. Box is actually pretty minimalistic. There's not really that much info on the box, except for on the side we have a small sticker that basically reads the FW11 number 6 driven by Nelson Piquet. At the underneath side we have some barcodes where it's made, and basically that it's not for kids. That's basically the look of the box, so let's get straight into unboxing, shall we? The acrylic case is so beautiful see-through, and there's no smudges or fingerprints on it whatsoever. Let's unpack it very carefully. Wow, that is amazing. Look at that. All right, there is your model car, and wow. First of all, you get a little extra, which is some water slide decals. Usually you get separate water slide decals with tobacco related companies, but then we get to the model car, and I must say this thing is amazing. I mean, the tricolor of the Williams is so iconic and so amazing. But talk about the brand of GP Replicas, it is amazing. The quality is amazing. This era of Formula One is among the most powerful Formula One cars we have ever seen. This thing in qualifying without any restrictions would go to around 1000 horsepower, and in the race it would produce around 800 horsepower, because it was a little bit restrictive with fuel consumption, because they would consume less fuel this year because they have less on board, from 210 liters to 195. So let's do what we always do, work from our front wing to the back and take a closer look at this model car, shall we? Front wing design, very simple, very plain, very nice slots going on there. I really appreciate that attention to detail. Midway through the season they would change their wing end plates to a more triangular design like we see on the FWB of 1987. This thing is built like an aeroplane. Look at how triangular this whole nose section is. All the way at the tip of the nose we have a small little Williams logo in gold. Above that we would have number 6. The way you could distinguish which driver it was during that season, Nigel Mansell would house a red number 5, so he would be often called a red 5. Pretty sure that's a Star Wars reference. Above that we have oil company Mobile. Above that we have Honda, of course Honda Power, with a huge logo as well. Above that we have a small little logo of textile fiber, and above that we have a logo of ICE. You can see the attention to details put into the suspension. You can even see little nuts at the end of these suspension bars. We can see these brake ducts going on here. They're a beautiful shiny carbon fiber finish. Just like a lot of teams that year, it will come on Goodyear Eagle tires, and the rim is actually looking really nice, but when I look at the rim, what I see behind it is more impressive to me. That is some attention to detail. You can see the brake caliper and the brake ducts right behind the rims. That is amazing, really amazing. Let's take a closer look at this cockpit area, shall we? There's not really sitting in this car, it's properly laying down. I mean, look at those beautiful red seat belts. We have some beautiful decals going on there as well. Seat belt. And on the seat belts we see some separate die-cast elements. Steering wheel looking really real. Steering wheel is looking amazing again. We have some beautiful velvet material. We even have some decals on the inside wall of the cockpit. I'm not really sure what that red button is. I'm pretty sure that isn't the gear shifter, because we have that on the right side. I have no idea what this little lever is on the left side. I'm not really that expert on old cars. At the side of the driver's cell we have another Mobile One logo, and underneath there we have number 6, underneath there Austin Rover logo. At the side of the car we have some incredibly attention to detail as well. We have a beautiful Canon decal, and what I really appreciate about GP Replicas is you can see all these little bolts, and I mean that is some attention to detail. If we take a close look at the top, we see a little small hole in there. I'm not really sure if that is like a pre-style airbox going on there. At the side we have some more logos, again ICE and textile fabric, and at the side we have tire manufacturer Goodyear, and of course when you drive a Honda you have to put big Honda logo on there. What I really like is how flat the side pods are in this car. I mean, look at that. At the back of the engine cover you have a small little horse logo. I have no idea what company that would belong to. Alright, and then we get to the most detailed part of this car. We see a little bit exposed suspension and a lot of wires going on there as well. I'm pretty sure in 86 we didn't have active suspension yet. We have this beautiful looking rear wing, and I mean, look at that. Look at how high this rear wing is. At the end plate of the rear wing we see incredibly attention to details because we can see all these little different bolts. All these bolts are just primarily for setup changes. At the back of the car we see beautiful design of the floor, and I'm pretty sure this is a predecessor of a diffuser type floor because we can see some flaps in there as well. And it's no wonder this car would win the Constructor Championship together with Honda, because this thing was a beast back then, really. But the beautiful thing about GP Replicas, it comes on this beautiful base design. Feels amazing, it feels really premium. Some really good stitching going around there as well. Comes on this little plaque, and on that plaque it basically reads FW11 number 6 Nelson Piquet limited edition 500 pieces, and we have this beautiful metallic logo of GP Replicas. The history behind this whole model and the 86 season is amazing. When you understand the 86 season a little bit better, it just enriches the Modelcar really. I review a lot of Modelcars on this channel, and to date, and this is not because they sent this one out to me, but to me GP Replicas is one of the most detailed cars you can get. And this is not the only GP Replicas I have, because I also have Ayrton Senna's. I won't do an in-depth comparison, but it's really interesting to see how cars would change throughout the seasons. But this video is actually about 86 Nelson Piquet car. Let's put the lid back on. FW11, driven by Nelson Piquet in the 1986 season. Winner of the Constructors Championship, and Nelson Piquet would actually be third in the championship. But however, I still have to look up where these little decals belong. But we'll figure it out. I'm pretty sure all the attention just goes straight into the Modelcar inside of the box, so that's incredible to see. You have this plain little box and then you open up a very, very detailed Modelcar, and that's what I really like about their packaging. I really hope GP Replicas would actually do some modern cars as well, because they're primarily focused on retro cars of the retro Formula 1 seasons. So I hope they would sneak a little bit of newer style cars as well from the turbo hybrid era. I hope you learned a little bit about the technology and the regulations of the 1986 season as well. Please hit that like and subscribe button. It keeps me motivated to make more Modelcar videos for you guys. I will make sure to put a link down in the description below where you can get this Modelcar if you're interested in the 86 Nelson Piquet car. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video, and I really hope to see you in the next one as well. So thank you very much.